Hello viewers, welcome back. Don't let the calming music fool you. There's about to be a lot of bloodshed and screaming and running. So I hate the fact that when you start up the game, it like looks through your quest log and figures out what is the least relevant quest possible, and then pins that one. Last time I was very concerned about getting some Arpuas to level 2 so that I could run them down to this ruin and continue our faction quest, but that's stupid, because I've been building level 2 minor faction units this whole time for the army. So we're just going to run these guys over here and do this step of the faction quest, and I feel a little silly for having taken so long to realize that that was what I should be doing. In addition, let's get some pearls. Alright, so we want to go to war with Pink, and we want to do it soon. Right, this is sort of a local maximum for our army strength. Alright, and we do have enough influence to do this. So lower the production cost of buildings. The buyout cost is based on the production cost, so doing that lowers the buyout cost as well. And then additional buyout cost reduction. Although, unfortunately, we will not be spending gold on buildings anytime soon. We have bigger fish to fry. We need a hero for our army before we go to war. So, we've earned the Order of Isivir, unfortunately completely useless to us since we have no glass steel income. The worthy ones learn. There is hope. Our purpose is a constant joy. They achieve what they set out to do, and know so much of the old places. Though I hate them, they impress me. The worthy ones no longer fight. They look and think and ask. Soon, they will even become useful. They said they would let me lead again. I'll be free in the city, and even join the armies patrolling the region. Of course, they want safety and security. But now they also want to build up the city into a huge center of faith and study. Faith in what? To study what? They get angry when I ask this, so I stopped doing it. Worse yet, I have seen them. The Queen, the unspoken, the coldness, the hatred, the madness that I felt made the back of my neck twitch. Can a purpose like that, a drive that intense, even be intelligent? But I am curious to know what's beneath the strange machines they wear like skin. If I know that, maybe I'll know what they seek to study and understand, and why. So the Queen and the Unspoken require a greater center of worship. They require a hero to administer the city. So we have already assigned a cultist hero to the cultist city. I guess we just have to wait 10 turns. We'll get some glass steel. We'll use it to put the Order of Isivir onto some of our guys. It'll be cool. In the meantime, let's get out of Pink's territory before they see fit to close their borders on us. So, our dust production is going to jump up here due to our Empire plan. I'd like to wait for a hero for the army. It doesn't look like that'll take too long. I don't know that we'll actually be able to wait for the faction quest to finish. We may have to go for our first battles without the order. Alright, so if I build here, and here, and here, and here, all 4 of these districts will level up to level 2, which will level up the megapole to level 3. But meritocratic promotion is on its way to being done. Why don't I build more archers first? At least one more archer. Alright, so their city is expanding pretty rapidly. I think we're just sitting here waiting, basically. Go get those pearls and then come back. As weak as this army is, it's still going to serve a supporting role in the campaign to come. Alright. I can't afford another Marine right now. Oh, the Titan Bones ran out. That's a bummer. Can't afford another Marine right now on account of titanium. Keep working toward Cold Operator with Andom the Seer. Hey, that's a settler. I don't care for that. I don't think I can attack them without declaring war, right? Yeah. Let's not declare yet. Although I would really prefer that they not settle a new city. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can really do about it. Alright. Oh, well, if they walk into my territory, there's something I can do about it. Let's rumble. Yeah, I thought so. You better retreat. What is this now? Oh. Yeah, there's nothing to be done there. I could have tried to do some goofy thing with, like, flying back and forth across a cliff a couple of times to make the battle not end in a victory for them, but it would only have been a solution for this turn. I think we're going to pick up destructive analysis. That's the direction we're working in. So, and they're complimenting me in an attempt to stop me from declaring war on them, I think, because now it's more expensive. But they've underestimated just how much I want to go to war with them. Also, our faction quest got unpinned. Right, where are we on hero costs right now? High 400s. Well, we're going to end up pretty close to done with this by the time we can afford to hire the hero. I don't know that I'll wait, though. Yep, assholes. This is why you can't afford to have enemies in regions that are near you. As cultists. It's alright. You know, we're only a couple of turns away from dealing with it. At least starting to deal with it. So I saw a couple of heroes for cheaper. Nope, everything has increased in cost since then. Fantastic. Exactly what I was hoping for. Alright, well, we have a reasonably full army right now. All we need is, what do we have here? Nearly an act of war. And then they did a minus population on us with a spy. There's literally no one else it could be. Speaking of acts of war, let's do that. There's no reason not to have that going. Alright, can we afford to hire our hero now? Let's see what we have available. Army boost 1. Army defense boost 2. Army initiative boost 3. That's okay. Defense boost 3 is better. Damage boost and defense boost from this guy. That's pretty compelling. Defense boost 2. Health boost 2. Defense boost 2. Army boost 2. I gotta say, Edward the Listener, as much as I generally prefer to have the aggressive expertise that a ranged hero brings, army damage boost and army defense boost is pretty strong. Yeah, alright, let's go for this guy. Plus, you know, we're keeping it all in the cult here. Enter the listener. I failed to complete... Oh, yeah. I suppose it would have been cool to complete that quest, actually. Okay, so we need to give Edras some gear. Don't want to wander over there with default weaponry. Alright, we are 5 dust short of being able to equip that sword, apparently. I don't exactly understand why it costs dust to equip a sword. The game works in mysterious ways. What? Oh yeah, because that's not where that goes. Alright, what would it be to equip Breakwall on top of that? 6 more titanium. Yeah. I don't know, I'm definitely nervous about how long we're looking at. Let's get those done. So, I mean, this is the capital. Yeah, we don't have time to wait for talismans. And what is this? Somebody else got to approval 100 before we did. Oh, and we have to assign a new research. What's going to be valuable to us? We have no source of glass steel, so anything that requires glass steel, like this, for example, is pretty much right out. But we get this, and this would not be terrible. I'd really love Central Market if it didn't require glass steel. Yeah, let's work toward Glory of Empire. That seems pretty good. We're about to be banned from the marketplace for a while. What happens if somebody bans you from the marketplace and then you eliminate them? Does that unban you automatically, or are you just banned forever because then they can't lift the ban anymore? Okay. Upgrade the city center to level 2. I believe that is already done. Right? Yep. Okay, so that'll auto-complete next turn. Handy. Yes, declare war. Let us siege. Our siege value is not very high. It helps a bit. Oh, we could build the museum now. Yeah, let's go for it. That would be neat to have. How many of these guys can I move back to dust while maintaining a 2-turn build? Wow, actually quite a few of them. Okay. Yeah. Very well. We too are ready to mint coins in the heat of war. Okay, guy, whatever you say. This guy's got a real manner about him. Now give me your capital. Now they are curious. They begin to investigate, recommend, and take action. We have all but one. The faithful say that it is ready to begin. With leaders and a purpose so alien, I cannot guess. So we shall begin. But begin what? And 25 spices. Convert all the Silix in the region Himoon, which is this region that we're in right now, and make sure the city is destroyed. Okay, well, see. Now we test them, see if they are useful implements of the Queen's will. Those that are shall become leaders. Those that are not are no longer useful. They have grown strong, a bit at a time, waiting until they were ready. I try to find the place inside me with the anger and hate, but instead find thoughts of awe and of fear. They are grim, yet their words make sense. When they speak, I feel a thrill of what they might achieve. Their city is now a great fortress, and from here they will begin to move. They execute the plan they spoke of when they first crushed us. Build strength, seek knowledge, spread across Auriga. That's how it is with fanatics. A speech is not just words, but an oath, and the cult is happy to die fulfilling that oath. It is both terrifying and thrilling, and something inside me wants to be carried away on that wave of blind faith and utter dedication. For the moment, I resist. For the moment. Alright, well, the eternal end can only arrive through strength and dedication, so let's dedicate ourselves to impressing our strength upon these enemies. And also, new legendary building. No big deal. Don't worry about it. What's this? There's that market ban. And more spying. Hooray! Alright, well, here comes battle. We don't quite have the resources to start pumping out more nameless. I might make an alternate design. A nameless guard that doesn't require strategics. Okay, well this could be bad depending on how many reinforcements they bring in. This might be a rough one. Okay, so they're mostly faster than we are, except this guy. It appears to be a difference of level. I'm sure this guy and this guy are wearing the same gear. Yeah, just the difference in stats that a level makes. Okay, so they're actually really far away from us, though. Oh, some of them are. Our hero actually has pretty low health. High damage. Alright. So they are bringing in reinforcements, and for some reason my entire army has decided that it would like to fight those reinforcements. Man, how do I want to do this? Let's try to kill those guys. We do have to have some units run off to this side, unfortunately. We have to defend the flank. They brought a lot of guys to bear here. I'm definitely a little bit concerned. Oh no, you moved right into their trap, you fool! Lined up for the Silix as nicely as possible. I should have counted the spaces and figured that they were going to do that. Alright, well, every one of them that focuses on an Arpuha is a unit that we basically didn't have to fight that turn, because let's face it, those guys are worth absolutely nothing to me. Screw you, ranged guy. Oh, the Silix can't come fight us. There's a cliff face. Right. Honestly, these orders look fairly sensible to me. With the exception of the fact that nobody seems to be interested in this guy. Alright, we are taking a lot of damage, I'll say that. That's interesting that that guy chose to ignore all of the archers so that he could come fight a unit that has no armor on. I guess maybe that's why he attacked it. He identified it as a guy with low defense and went for it based on that. Our poor hero hasn't gotten to participate in combat at all. As far as stuns go, that one is fairly devastating. We have got to kill some of these guys. There are too many of their cavalry all up in our cavalry line. Alright, that's one down. We won't be able to get this one before he acts. Hopefully we can get him afterward. Oh, you know what? This guy's not actually cavalry. He's a militia. The art still shows them mounted, but they are militia like everybody else's. They are infantry classed. Wow, that Berdecki is, that dude took a heroic amount of punishment, for sure. Okay, so what we need now is to keep banging on these militia, I guess. Our units are not interested in fighting the scary guys. The guys that are actually likely to do some damage to us. It's just like, let's all fight these Silics that are on the back line and couldn't move to a useful position in the amount of time that is left in this battle. Seriously, Silics are really slow. Oh, that was lucky. Got that 106. But we're taking more losses than I would like. Our Nameless Guard are doing good work, though. And we've definitely, we've given better than we've gotten. It's just that, you know, at this point in the game, really at any point in the game, but at this point in the game especially, their economic cheats for being on the highest difficulty level are really, really significant in value. And we're getting snowed under the weight of all of that numerical advantage. Let's see if we can't bring this guy down before he deals any more damage. Also, this whole anti-cavalry cavalry thing is actually working out pretty well. So, did we lose all of our Berdeckis there? Yeah, it looks like it. And our hero did 0 damage to those Silics, because that's awesome. So we lost 6 units, they lost 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, including the entire garrison of Himoon. I mean, there's no reason not to merge these units together into one army now. And Edra will gain some defense. Congratulations, you are the only person who bothered trying to build this building. Okay, so we need to make a unit design that does not use strategics. Basic cultist. That's cultist. Thank you. Wait, why cultist? Basic nameless guard. Everybody we have is a cultist. Nameless guard just has tier 2 version of everything. The nameless guard that are in our army right now do not have tier 2 armor on. Because I couldn't afford it. Yeah. I'm sure Himoon will produce 7 new troops this turn, because that is how the game rolls. Oh, it hasn't yet. Alright, let's battle. It's interesting that they would even choose to attack us with such a small army. Also, it's interesting that my guy would decide that the best place to stand is way off to the side, where he definitely won't be involved in battle. They're trying to pull a fast one on me. How about we all focus on the guy in front of us? Oh, that's annoying. He's like, no, I don't want to fight melee units. I want to punch archers. I get it. It's not a bad play. It's just annoying. Alright, well, go get him, guys. Alright, the chances of this guy getting to punch an archer are pretty low. That was fortuitous. Okay, well. We should, at this point, I imagine, be able to take the city. And by take, of course, I mean burn to the ground. And in doing so, gain stockpiles. City had a population of 5, so we get 5 stockpiles each. We may as well spend the spice booster as well. Let's go ahead and drop these stockpiles into the city. Get to rebuild our army real quick, at least. Alright, so these will activate 1 per turn, as long as I have them queued up like that. We can build a real Nameless Guard, but I think actually we should build a Berdeki instead. We have to convert all of the villages in the region now. That's our next task. Shouldn't be too hard as long as we... oh, summer's nice. That's good. Be able to do this quickly and then get back into the cities. Or get our guys back into the city, singular. Sure. I cannot tell you how little I care about those Sisters of Mercy at this moment. Prisoners, slaves, and volunteers is probably going to be relevant to us. Yep, keep building units. Less dust than usual is being harvested from the terrain. Fortunately, I get all mine from my citizens. So there's another village down here somewhere, which is annoying. We gotta go find it. An unknown empire has a level 8 hero right now. That's disconcerting. Our city's now winterproof, though. I feel like in record time. Oh, that was the only one. Okay, never mind. A roaming army that refuses to convert is out for revenge in Himun. No rebellion will be tolerated. Find them and kill them. I appreciate all the glass steel that we're getting from the quest. Okay, so we have to not lose our momentum here. What is that? Nope. I mean, that's an army of Silix. That's probably the army that the quest is talking about, but it's definitely not in Himun. It came from Etmis. Yep. We're gonna have to research security tech, obviously. Oh, when the city's blockaded, it loses the population that is normally generated from the minor faction villages, because they have no way of getting into the city anymore. That's fine. We're coming. Alright. These eyeless ones are happy about us improving our empire's influence. It's kind of annoying, because the thing I really want to build is burrows. I guess set a basic nameless guard is the next thing to build, but like we just need to expand population. Oh, also we do need to like select technologies to research. So we need 2 more techs from this era. I do really want the public granary. Trade with other empires is not really our style. I'm gonna go ahead and research this, even though we don't have a great source of glass steel. Oh, I don't need a great source of glass steel. I only have to build each of these buildings once. I'm still thinking in terms of, like, great empire expansion. But yeah, I have enough glass steel to build each of these buildings once, and that's all I need. Alright, let's handle this real quick. Hey, you. You're a bunch of jerks, and we hate you. Alright, so obviously the nameless ones, or the nameless guards, should be the ones who are standing way back here on cliffs looking mysterious. Is there a reason that we are not all focused on this guy? Because we could just all focus on this guy. This is definitely going to hurt. I'm annoyed that it's Silix. Any other faction would be less of a pain in the ass. I guess that's not true. Teddy Case would be annoying. I wouldn't want to deal with that. Also, my guys lined up the best they could. Like, you're being ridiculous right now. Fine, let's just make sure this guy dies. No, and then it'll be the other one. Here, you get to move to here. Just stand out of the way of the beam, please. And then those guys just move into it. Well, whatever. Never mind. Alright, go get him, hero man. Well, we're tearing through our faction quest. That's certainly something that is potentially of value. Such power, focus, and drive. Hate and respect war within me. I see that they tempt me. Be greater than just my tribe, and become a ruler of the planet. This is how they're getting into his head, man. But, they're like... They're not wrong, right? Okay. Now they feel our power. Soon they will feel our purpose. They have learned to build armies, fight wars, and conquer new lands. They will keep doing this, but now they turn to the second part of their great purpose. It is time to study, to learn, to rediscover the great power that is hidden in the old places. The ruins and resources of the planet are their next goal, so they can prepare their labs and workshops for the final phase. They remain ugly to me, in the way they move and think and the way they look. But they do what they say. Some of my fears are gone, as I see that my people have never been so safe or so well fed. As long as that continues, as long as the tribe does well, I will stay loyal. You guys easily swayed. 15 Adamantine and 15 Palladian is potentially going to be a big problem. We'll just have to see the feasibility of gathering these things. So let's pull out. What do we need to do here? I don't really want this preacher in the main army, so we need 3 units from this city to join us, which I guess is just going to be these 3. Maybe I should make a Nameless Guard variant that works on glass steel. Really? I cannot start a siege right now? For what reason? Alright, that does not make a lot of sense. Alright, our dust... Hold on, our dust hemorrhaging is out of control here. I want to stay focused on growth, but... Man, Malarius is like a pretty serious difficult target to take down. Still can't start a siege. Do you need me to be, like, in their territory? Hello, Purple. What's up? Alright, so Purple is a serious threat in the science victory sense. Mazari are like that. Purple immediately closes their borders to us. Adro the Listener gets some bonus life for her army. I said her, I don't actually know. Wow. Game really doesn't give us good odds here. This doesn't look like that good of an army. I don't know. I guess we'll see. We do have to worry about two upgraded Harmonites. Harmonites have a little bit too much health, in my opinion. No, hey. I was trying to click on a unit in the battle, pretty clearly. It should be a you should have to click a little further outside. Why is our life red? It's weird. So what I actually want to do, I think, is commit to murdering these guys, which I think means actually playing up fairly close. I want to make sure that we bring down at least one of the Silics in the first turn. We might actually be able to get... No, we're not going to get them both. We'll get one of them, probably. Which one is this? This is the lower health one? Yeah, get him. Everybody focus. Everybody get this guy. Except you. And apparently a couple of us want to attack the Drider, which I don't really think is a great plan. Well, you know, the melee troops can go ahead and attack the Drider. I don't have a problem with that. Never mind. Really? 1 damage dealt, 66 damage taken. Wow. This guy is just not taking damage. Ow, that hurt. So yeah, we're losing this battle. There is absolutely no way that we win this battle. The game procced the stun just to show me who's boss. Alright. Our hero is dedicated to running back and forth arbitrarily, not participating in battle. They have so many units! Okay, the Silic is definitely no longer our greatest concern. Could do something about all this cavalry getting all up in our faces. And also about the fact that our hero refuses to engage in combat. That's frustrating behavior. Our militia can keep the Silic busy for a while we continue to work the militia with the cavalry with the archers, but I mean it only works if the units actually do what I tell them to do. Sure. Yeah, unfortunately they have too much fast-moving melee. But we have reinforcements. We have lots of troops available to us. They also are taking 0 damage really, really frequently. The absolute worst case scenario for me is supposed to be 0 damage 25% of the time. I feel like we're seeing a little bit more than that. Alright, yeah, I mean, I like these targeting arrows. Everybody focus on the cavalry. And a stun lands. And a daemon shows up from somewhere. At least our militia are mostly forming a wall for the couple of archers that we have left. Man, are we not even going to succeed in bringing down that one cavalry guy? Wow, 109 damage. Are you serious? Can you guys please, please kill him? I know he's in a forest and everything, but his defense should not be so high that it's impossible for our units to do their normal damage values. And we are seeing an awful lot of that. Alright, well, our army has been reduced to basically nothing. They won that battle hugely. In large part due to some interesting variants, let's say. Yes, please participate. I need you guys. Okay, he fled. So we can do this. And this, actually. Yeah, we can buy the maximum empire plan here. And we definitely will. There's no reason not to. Yeah, geez, look at that. Our army is completely destroyed. Rough, dude. Alright, so which... where's the unspoiled ruins for this? Okay, it's ones in our region. So we just have to get the resources. Oh, something happened here. Somebody did that thing. Now a battle is happening. A battle that we will lose, for sure. We pull the hero way, way back. Alright, so... they're pretty low on cavalry units. I don't remember what their basic cavalry unit is called, but we did do a pretty good job of eliminating those guys. Now we gotta take out this Silic. It's causing undue stress. Well, don't run right up next to him. You could have shot him from here, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah. Chose to run an extra space so that they would line up. That's frustrating. I didn't expect to have to dictate to my archers that they should engage at maximum range. Alright, well, we lost a whole army, including the hero in that army, who will now have to be purchased back. Unless I want her to sit and not gain XP or anything for 20 turns. But that's really, it's really pretty annoying. It definitely should not have happened. Like, it's completely insane for that archer to run to that space. Alright, well... we're gonna get this Silic, damn it. It's the last thing I do, and it actually is probably going to be. No, don't heal him. Ah, damn it. Cavalry are eating my hero's turn so that he won't be able to fight the Silic. Okay, so we're gonna lose our city governor hero too. That's more dust that we have to spend. Man. The AI is not good at fighting in the sense of comparative losses. Like any protracted series of combats between you and the AI is going to end with the AI losing 10-1. But man, they have such an economic advantage that sometimes 10-1 is going to be insufficient. It's completely crazy. Okay, so did they killed the entire garrison of our capital in addition to our entire army? No, 2 militia didn't even show up to the battle. And they just resettled the region because there's nothing we could do about it. Well, I am in fact going to change the Nameless Guard design to use last steel. Oh no, these guys totally did have tier 2 armor. Yep, and queue up a couple of these. In 6 turns, we'll be at the next tech era. But yeah, I don't know how we're going to push pink off, especially with them able to do espionage actions on us all the time. We haven't yet gotten to the point where we can research a tech that affects our security. Our city's happy. Really the best we can do. I can't afford to do a roundup right now. We're too reliant on dust from our citizens. Although that will help a little bit. Keep that spice booster rolling, because we have to, again, keep giving birth to replace the citizens who are being lost to the espionage that we have no way of countering. This is rough. We're in a really rough place here. Let us at least buy back Edra. Get her down and gaining passive XP again at the very least. Out of curiosity, hold on a second. Let me see something. This is what I want. Okay, once you lose your capital, it stays lost for the purpose of a supremacy victory. That's very good to know. Because if we ever did get our military rolling to the point where we could actually compete, supremacy is a very likely victory type. Wow. Pink is just attacking everybody. Nope. You do not get to just ride up here and attack me. You want to fight? You go through the walls of the city like a civilized person. Yeah, we have to get End on the Seer bought back. We have to get this army rebuilt. And I mean, we can kind of focus on our faction quest for now, but honestly, like, we're completely screwed if we don't have access to, like, Adamantian or Palladian in our home region, and then the other one in a directly adjacent region. We're never going to be able to buy stuff off the marketplace again, so... Alright, keep working on those Nameless Guards. Can I buy back my Seer yet? No, next turn. Actually, maybe not next turn. No, I think so. It's going to cost, like, everything, but it will be doable. Alright, but we're about to move up into the next tech age, so let's see what's up with these resources. Alright, we have Palladian. We have Palladian, and Adamantian is... Perandi has Adamantian. Okay. Well, we need to get the minor factions in Perandi to tithe us their Adamantian for our faction quest. Also, we have Quicksilver, which is not great. Well, let's definitely get mining online. First things first. Alright. Keep building that army. Oh, I can totally purchase back our guy here. Although apparently I cannot do that from this screen. Alright, the city is much more effective when Andom is in it. Yep, they are attacking the Silix village that we took over. We are in no position to defend it. It's very difficult to hold the minor faction villages. I would say that it is literally impossible to hold them if you can't keep your adjacent regions clear of enemies. Alright, minus 100% regeneration on units. It's a shame that the guy we spawned next to wasn't Broken Lords. Basically anybody can beat Broken Lords with a couple of ranged units, it seems like. Nameless Archer 3. Keep them coming. This rebuilding process, unfortunately, is just us falling even further behind. This series of battles is going to be more difficult than it was the first time, not less. Yep, somebody built a Guardian. I sort of don't care. I also sort of care. We're definitely losing out on infrastructure here, though. Like, we should have been building burrows all this time, and we can't because we have to be constantly building military units. It's a little bit frustrating. Alright, well, in a couple of turns we'll be back at full strength, but I'm sure these guys have, like, gone up a tech level between the beginning of our war and now. Maybe we can get them to trade us some Adamantian. We have to be able to, like, actually take cities, though. We are going to have to trade through coercion, because they do not like us. Alright. Fine, let's do it. They coaxed us out of the city. I think that, honestly, this feels like a lost game now, at this point. Losing our whole army like that... We were kind of in a precarious position already, and look at... Why does this guy have 670 health? What the hell is going on here? Losing our whole army like that was such a setback that I don't know that we'll be able to recover. And unlike many of the other factions, the cultists can't just, like, turtle up in their borders and play the recovery game. Because if you retreat into your borders, you lose all your minor faction villages, which is sort of equivalent to losing all of your non-capital cities with another faction. It's a nightmare, man. I don't even know why I bothered. That's a 550 health Drider. Yeah, we're doomed. Well, I may be starting a new game for the next episode. I have to say, I do feel like we were slow to get the military off the ground this game, but I also don't really know what I could have done differently. I'll, over the weekend... What am I doing? I don't care about this guy. Over the weekend, I will spend some time going over the footage, thinking about things, reading some strats. I'll figure this out. I've never been very good at the cultists. I'm sure that there's some nuance of cultist play that I'm missing. Alright, if we lose our army here, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a game, because Pink will be able to just come and sack our capital. They're already in our in the region for it. Well, it looks like we are definitely losing the army. Why does that guy have 252 defense just standing in the open like that? It's a tough question. Oof, there's the stun. Yeah. Okay. So I do believe that game over. Game over, we lose. Like I said, the army was a little slow to get off the ground. I feel like we kind of missed our timing window. We should have had this army ready to go several turns sooner, and that might have made some kind of difference. It's also possible that we won't always start right on top of somebody like this. It may be the case that if we can harvest resources from minor faction villages for a few turns without them getting destroyed like immediately all the time, that we'd be able to run some kind of economic game. As it is, that's not really an option that is afforded to us. Pink is making absolutely sure that no village stays converted for more than a couple of turns, and unfortunately, we don't have an army that is sufficient to fight there, as it turns out. We did for a while, but they kept advancing while I was desperately just trying to recover from our conflict. And now they have outpaced us pretty badly. And they completely surround us. It's not like I can turn and go, okay, well then let's fight this other guy instead. Pink has totally surrounded us on all sides. Yep, 89 damage from a Drider. That's the place we're in. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this episode of Cultists on Endless. Had a bit of a false start here. I'm going to rethink some things. If you are a player, plays on high difficulties, or if you're a player who just plays Cultists an awful lot, and you have some tips for me, feel free to leave them in the comments. I would very much appreciate that. Just like the Mazzari series, though, this one's going to keep going until we get a win. I am going to beat the game with the Cultists on Endless. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure it out. So I guess we can finish watching the decimation of the army here. Did we kill... We killed, like, one of their cavalry? Is that right? Oh, if these, the 700 health Daemon really made things difficult for us. They're actually having kind of a hard time finishing off Andom. Although it probably has something to do with their Driders, stunning their units all the time for no reason. Units that don't even need healing sometimes. Alright, yeah, that's it. Pink comes and conquers the city, and we cry. Come back next time. Fresh start, better violence, better culting, better ending. And we'll see you then.